Well, we have a return to warmer air already today. It's going to be windy the next couple of days, and record-setting temperatures are on the way for the weekend. Possibility of some thunder, rain, and snow, and then cooler next week, but still above normal. You probably heard about the Smokehouse Creek fire in the panhandle of Texas. Has burned 850,000 acres or 1,300 square miles. Some of that smoke trying to drift up in the direction of Minnesota today, though it's getting pretty dispersed, but you might have heard that we could see some of that, maybe a little haze this afternoon by some of the models, but we're not really seeing much on satellite imagery, and the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency has dropped their moderate air quality forecast that it had been looking at. So it appears as though a lot of that smoke is dispersed, luckily, but we do have strong south winds. In fact, our wind direction is coming from the panhandle of Texas today, but mostly clear skies here on satellite. You can see northern Minnesota, a few more clouds, and a tight pressure gradient again. That means a lot of wind, 10 to 20 mile an hour winds both today and tomorrow as warmer air comes streaming right back in here after our 36-hour period of colder weather and below normal temperatures. Only our third below normal day for the month of February yesterday. Temperatures about 10-15 degrees still above normal today, a little cooler in the northern part of the state, but those temperature anomalies are going to become even more ridiculous heading into the weekend. We've got a blast of warmer air moving in for Saturday and Sunday. Record temperatures will be pretty easily broken here in central and southern Minnesota. And then things do cool off next week, but we're still going to be above normal, just not as ridiculous as the weekend. So the record high is only 54 on Saturday. That's going to easily break. Sunday, record high 65. Looks as though we could have our first 70, so that one looks to break too. And I highlighted this 72 on March 5th, 2000, because that is the earliest 70-degree reading on record in the Twin Cities, and we could easily break that. Forecast high right now, probably right around 70 Sunday afternoon. Canadian model going the warmest at 72. So if we do on Sunday, that's the third, it would be the earliest recorded 70-degree reading. But that's probably our only chance in the next several days because it will be cooler Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see. Another thing that could come with that is a little bit of moisture. Enough of a return flow here out of the south to bring in some slightly higher dew points, maybe low 50s dew points. That's a stretch for any severe weather, but maybe enough moisture and instability to produce a couple thunderstorms. The European model still, it does produce some thunderstorms late Sunday. Convective available potential energy, or CAPE we call it, pretty modest, but hey, for March 3rd in Minnesota, it's worth mentioning at least. Those thunderstorms will be possible across central and eastern Minnesota in the evening. Now this looks much more exaggerated than what we will see in reality, but perhaps our first claps of thunder of the season. The system will bring rain and snow too, especially to the west and north, but the models are really all over the place as far as snowfall. It's not impossible we see snow in southern Minnesota, but it does look as though wherever that sets up, probably more likely across northern and northwestern Minnesota, though the American model is still more aggressive and more widespread in the snowfall across Minnesota, but something we still have to kind of work the kinks out of in the models here over the next couple of days. And then we'll cool off into the 40s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but that is still worth mentioning, 10 degrees above normal. Northwestern Minnesota, though, may actually see some cooler than normal temperatures come Monday, but otherwise it's more of the same. Mild weather overall, wind, and a little precipitation late Sunday.